Okay, before it's asked in the room, maybe you know, where is that Alien FX figure?
The
That
Alien.
prototype. You know that you did the Freddy Krueger one?
Yeah.
Did you do the Alien? It's on the back of the box. It shows an alien.
No. That's Gary Borbridge did that. I forget the guy's name. I'm not great at names. They weren't in my network, if you will. Those cats that made the original prototypes of that line. When Matchbox took it on, they came to the shop I was working at the time, which was a job shop. Um, I was always a gun for hire. So, they showed me what they wanted. We knew what they were looking for faster than most folk, and put together that line very quickly and lovely. It came out great, frankly. I have only a couple of the Max FX doll. I have a couple of those pieces left over. You can see it's hollow.
Yeah, let me make you bigger real quick, so so
Sure.
people can see it. I'm gonna move you over here if I
Some
can.
light in there for you.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the scale of it. And let me get his face in there for you. There you go. And then there's
Yep,
the back of his
that's
head.
Freddy.
And there's the back of his head. Now, originally, they would have gone together. You can see a snap tab up here. So that was engineered by me. And that would go snap around in your head.
Okay. Did you design the doll also, the figure under it, or was that kind of just a custom?
Actually, a guy in the next booth did the generic. Yeah, it was all we needed on that was a generic head.
Yeah, it didn't look like anything special.
Nothing too special. G.I. Joe style and proportion, just average guy. And he made that first, I believe. And then I would proceed at that point to make sure I put a layer of wall thickness for the freight that would go on top of it. And then once I knew there weren't going to be any thin spots, you expand the head from there.
Yeah.
I would say originally in clay, but eventually the whole thing would go into a wax sculpture. And this is a casting. Let me see if I can get that in there. That's a solid casting before we split the parts apart and hollowed it out for the head that went inside. And then in manufacturing, I think they adjusted the inner head anyway, which happens.
Yeah.
The rest of it's history.
I got you. Oh, okay. Really? That's
well, it was.
That's it for people that don't know. That's the problem. Yeah, that line. I don't know if it didn't sell or what. But
no, it sold out overnight. Actually, it sold out overnight was the word I got. But a religious group protested it because it was macabre and threatened to boycott all of the toy stores that carried them, including Toys R Us and Walmart, whatever, Kmart, wherever they were being sold. And so they pulled them. I was at Toy Fair shortly after that happened, and all the folks at Matchbox were patting me on the back because we made history. Basically, the first toy to be essentially pulled from the American market on account of somebody's opinion.
Really?
Yeah, there's the internet.
I mean, I know how, especially I know how it is. Heard a lot of that. Like I said, I know there was an Alien and a Frankenstein and some others, and it's always been a mystery. No one's seen them since that picture, so we always.
Well, they never went to. That was going to be the next round. That was always the intention of the folks that I spoke with, and because of the response that it got, in the news. I mean, it was on Entertainment Tonight, that old show, which was like equal to like TMZ today. It was on every network news all over everywhere about it. The pull string is the one that really raised hell.
The Freddy Krueger one?
The large Freddy Krueger, sure. that one really raised their ire. Here I have that head here. Let me grab that. Dust it off. I can tell you why. First doll was Show Brains, and that's a production.
Oh,
yeah, that's a production job there. And the scarring, I got that down pretty good. And you have to understand, it wasn't supposed to be an identical portrait of him, as close as the FX Ready, the Max FX doll was. The bigger one, they really wanted it a hair more cartoony.
Okay,
and
that's some good detail.
I really thank you. I got a lot of the teeth. Let me see if I can get that in there for you. Yeah, their teeth suck.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Teeth too.
Yeah, and in that regard, I got dental tools behind me coming out the wazoo.
So it looks like you held on to a lot of stuff.
I did.
Yeah, that's good now, especially a lot of that prototype stuff's worth a lot of money now.
Turns out, who knew? And I don't mind telling you, since absolutely, and I don't mind saying it, since I didn't get royalties, contract job,
right,
on any of that stuff. It's nice that a little bit of a annuity later in life, that these prototypes ended up being that valuable, and they really are. A lot of you were asking me earlier, any of the prototypes we've sold have landed in good hands, so we're happy about that. And I like they're viable collectors, bona fide guys.
Yeah, that's good. I talked to a guy that did a lot of Star Wars stuff, and he didn't. Star Wars guy didn't say much of the prototypes, some of them, and he was like, "Man, if I held on to them," he said he'd be retired now.
Yeah, I hear you. Not quite. I can't retire from it. There was only so much. But and a friend of mine, Lee Volpe from Geico, had introduced me to the Hakes Americana and Collectibles auction place way back when, because he had too many Dino Rider prototypes in his garage, and he needed to get rid of them. It was time, and he had done that, and I was impressed with what he got for them. So when you need the money, you do what you got to do, and we miss them. We have good photos,
and if it goes into a collector's hand, that's good too. It's going somewhere.
People, we drooled over them for our lifetime. I have enough other prototypes that we're happy with that we miss them a little, but it's like they got to go sometime.
Yeah, at least it didn't get thrown away.
True. Although I don't want to go there too much, but yeah, I can think of the Superpowers playset. One of the castings of that base for the Superpowers playset, I'm pretty sure was discarded during Hurricane Sandy.
Oh, really?
That one piece, I can't even begin to estimate. Yeah, the base for that, the rear view.
That one would have probably. There's a lot of Superpowers, and you got superhero collectors. That would have been
I can't even imagine how much it would have gone for these days. A lot.
Yeah. Show another picture
rear view in there. Oh, I don't know if you have the rear view available.
No, I didn't pull the rear view one. No, I should have. I didn't grab it.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's enough that you got this.
I don't know why they didn't release that. That looks like it would have been I don't know if it came to the end of the toy line when it was sales dropped or what, but that looks like it would have been a really good seller.
And I have no idea. I swear. I wish it was beautiful. It was really cool little toy for kids. And when we made these things, we did get into the head of it. You're taking every thousandths of an inch very seriously in engineering, but on the other hand, kids got to play with it. And while I'm tooting my horn a little, I might brag and knock on wood, not a kid has ever been physically harmed by any toy I've ever made or designed.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
safety first. Safety first.
Right. Let me pull these up. Let's talk V, because I know that's what everybody wants. A lot of people probably want to hear. And there's the headshot you base the figure on. Let me pull the prototype up.
Yeah, wait till you hear what I found.
Oh, what'd you find?
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, and then I'll let you take over again. Listen, I was looking for this. Yeah, I was looking for miscellaneous pieces to bring to you today, and I found a casting of the ogre from the Dungeons and Dragons figures I did. And
really?
I had right, and I had a couple things in my hand, and it slipped out on my desk, rolled to the back of my desk, to the wall, and behind cartons. So I got on my knees, I went down, I reached under like a brave soul, because who knows what was there. And look what I found. I didn't find the ogre head. Look what I found.
You didn't find the ogre. Let me make you bigger so people
it's
can
there.
see that.
It's there. But this is the only Diane head. Let me make sure she's as focused as possible for you. There's a prototype of her. This is very hard, solid casting. Let me put her just a little that way now. There she is.
Man, so hey, you found it because of me.
Come again?
I said you found it because of me.
Yeah, that's what I call timing. That made my day, my friend.
That is. Well, I asked you last night too, because that's when it hit me. You did that, and I asked you.
Yeah, I didn't have any pieces to show you. I was so upset. Yeah, there she is.
Because you sold this prototype, right?
Yeah, that one's one. All lock, stock, and barrel. I'm sad to say. What you're looking at there is the original wax that is the lighter whitish color, and to the right is a ivory colored blonde urethane master casting for samples, undoubtedly. You can also see in this picture how the hair was. That was a first for me, and maybe the most challenging part was to have the hair separate from the figure. A lot like what McFarlane does these days. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we didn't do that then. We relied on paint and a parting line.
I can see that.
Yeah. So there's a nice picture. I wish we had a bigger picture. That's, I believe, ultimately from the catalog where it was shown in Toy Fair that year.
Yeah, I wish I know what. I bet those would. That's the one people like, what happened to this stuff? I said back then people didn't care. Probably just got thrown away.
Sadly. I'm sorry to say that the couple guys that I know to ask have passed away last year.
Oh.
So I lost a couple of my best friends in the business that way. Of age, not COVID, I might be happy to say.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I'll miss them. They're great guys.
Yeah, that's trying to catch up with you guys. I know it's well, I'm gonna hold on before we get into the questions here. Let me pull this up because you had a good story about the Spawn figure.
Sure.
What you said did look like Holly Berry, and I was like, yeah, it does look like.
Yeah. They said
this would have been